There is no call. It looked like the whistle had already blown and Schuler got decked.
That was a ridiculously late hit by Mike Burnett. I mean, whistle had blown. Schuler had stopped his stride and was breaking down from the run, and Burnett really laid an elbow into him high. Schuler just went head snapped back first and hit the ground.
All right, you can hear the fans didn't like that. Tempers are flaring again. 23 seconds left. UNC must be frustrated by now.
It wasn't only that the hit was late, but it was high and cheap. It was an elbow up high, and too bad the officials didn't see it. It surely would have been a penalty.
All right, Generals look like they're going to get the ball again. Sansero has it out near the midfield. In for the Generals now on midfield is Schuler, Sansero, and Rob Carpenter. The attack is Lee Heimert. Number 5 in there now is John Daub. And there's a timeout assessed to North Carolina. North Carolina calls a timeout with 23 seconds left. Okay, and we'll be back in just a minute. All right, here we are back at Wilson Field. Frank Jackman with Joe Seifert. 23 seconds left in the first half. The Generals are down 5-4 to number 1 ranked UNC, and Generals will have the ball around midfield. John Sancilio has the ball there, just inside the midfield line.
We have the extra man unit in there. I'm not sure if UNC's down. No, they're not.
All right, Sancilio's got the ball. He's working on number 35. That'd be Randy Cox. Sancilio gets the ball in the attack area, comes back out, look for someone to pass the ball to. Cox slips, Sancilio makes his move, but Cox gets up, recovers in time.
Frank, we're up a man right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if Sancilio just holds on to the ball for the rest of the half, and we'll gain possession to start the second half.
All right, that's what's going to happen.
So W&L will open the second half with the ball, a man up for 30 seconds.
All right, that's it. At halftime, it's UNC 5, Generals 4, and we'll be back after this. Now we have a special halftime report. WLUR's Bruce Potter takes a look at the future of lacrosse here at Washington and Lee University. All right. We'll be back on in about 10 minutes. All right. Are you still? Scored twice. Homar had 2 goals. Dave Wingate had 1. Mike Burnett had 1. And Ward Sadel had 1. For W&L, goals were scored by John Sancilio, Rob Stigaitis, Jeff Mason, and Dave Nichols. Saves, where Palmer for W&L has 1, and Phil Aiken has 4, including 3 crucial saves just at the end of the last half. All right, Joe. Coach Willie Scroggs, I noticed, had the referee down there on the bench during halftime talking to him. What do you think UNC is going to do, or do you have any idea what they'll do when they come out again?
Well, with the lead, they're a little more comfortable. They can relax a little bit and wait until the 4th quarter to make a move to break the Armadillo if they have to. They could be pretty much content just to sit with a 5-4 lead right now. However, if they lose the lead or the game's tied, they're going to have to attack the Armadillo. And from what I've seen, the best way to do it is to attack from the top with the butt end of a stick and attack down right on the man in the middle and hopefully jar the stick and the ball will fall. Now, whether that is going to happen is still to be seen. But
okay, here we go. The Generals aren't in their stall like I thought they'd be.
They're up 1 man right now, so they'll be going to the goal, trying to tie it up.
All right, John Dowd takes a shot. It goes off the pipe. Man. Nice shot, but it went off the pipe, and it looks like UNC is going to get possession, and they do.
That really hurt there. We had a shot, good shot by John Dowd, and he hit a pipe. It could have tied the game and would have been back into the Armadillo, possibly.
Good hustle on that by number 33, Roy Messenger for North Carolina, and they get the ball, and Tommy Basil have it down on the side. All right, UNC's ball. Second half just underway. UNC up 5-4. And I didn't see none of the crowd left. Johnny Basil's got the ball. He's working against Sancilio. Sancilio slips, and here comes Johnny Basil all alone up the field. He's going to take it over by himself. And he's moving toward the goal. No one's picking him up. He's looking for someone to pass it to. He gets it over to number 19, Dave Wingate, out on the right, just inside the restraining line. Wingate has the ball. Waiting. No, referee's timeout. Oh, equipment. Mike Pressler's helmet or chin strap, something's wrong. So it's an official timeout here with 14:24 left in the 3rd quarter. UNC up 5-4. In for the Generals comes number 33, Steve Conboy, to take Pressler's place while they fix his helmet, I guess. It's Conboy, Nichols, on the Conboy and Nichols, and Newton Kendrick on the close defense, and then defensive unit of John Budarazzi. Tim Shore's in there along with John Sancilio. Ball's out front. That's number 18, 19, Jeff Homeyer's got the ball. He already has 2 goals. Takes a shot on the ground, goes wide, and it's going to be North Carolina's ball.
Phil Aiken's still in the goal. That's good to see since he was hot there at the end of the second quarter, and we'll see what Phil has in store. Here's the third quarter gets underway.
Here comes Brent Vogel's got the ball behind the goal. He's got Newton Kendrick on him. Look for someone to pass over the middle, tosses it into the middle to, that was number 19, Dave Wingate. Aiken comes up with the ball, tosses it out to Tim Shore. Tim Shore tosses it up to Sansillo. Bad pass. And now here comes UNC again. Johnny Basil has the ball, moving it downfield, setting up the offense. Homeyer's got the ball now, passes it off to, that was
there's Aiken again.
Took the shot. No, he passes the balls up the midfield, and Mike Lors, no, it's going to be a push. It's going to be a push.
Push on John Halls there as the ball came up to the midfield line. The attackman and defense were fighting for it, and Halls just pushed Lors from behind, fell over, went off sides, but it was a push, so WNL will get the ball. Okay, so WNL have the ball again. They opened the quarter with possession, but lost it after John Dow took a nice shot, hit the pipe, and UNC got the ball. All right, Sansillo is bringing it in from the midfield line. He's out there all by himself. He's going to go in for the shot, and it's saved by Sears, and Sansillo will pick up the ball again. Tosses it back to Schuler. Schuler's got it behind the goal. Sansillo's back there, and Rob Stigaitis. Sansillo's not Schuler, excuse me. He has number 36. No, that couldn't be Stenerson. No, that's number 35, excuse me. Randy Cox on him. Sansillo's got the ball now. He looks like he has Messenger on him. Yeah, I think that's it. Number 33, Roy Messenger. Sansillo's got the ball, looking for the shot. He's on the right side, still has the ball. He's going in, beats his man, shot, score! That ties the game up. John Sansillo beat Roy Messenger, and that was it. Bounce shot past Tom Sears. That was a beautiful shot by Sansillo, and that showed a lot of patience on Sansillo's part. He ran across the front of the goal 2 or 3 times. He could have gotten off the shot, but he waited till he had that better shot. It's only 5 or 6 yards from the crease, a low bouncer. WNL ties it up 5-all.
All right, while UNC's going to have to deal with the Armadillo, they're also going to have to deal with the scoring threat WNL has in their midfielders, Sansillo and Schuler. And, of course, Lee Heimer and WNL's excellent assist man, Rob Stigaitis, out the midfield. I think it's going to, is that Schoenberg out there?
No, that's Tunney facing off.
Tunney against Stenerson, or Griswold, can't tell. It is Stenerson. Yeah, it's Stenerson and Tunney out in the midfield facing off. Ball still loose, still loose. Tunney kicks it out, goes down to, and Schuler's got it. The ball bounced up and Schuler picked it up. He makes his move toward the goal. He's all by himself. Shot, and it's score! Mike Schuler beat both Sears and his man, and that's it. The Generals jump out on top.
That was just like Sansillo's earlier goal, not the very last one, but the couple where he drove down the right side and no one picked him up. Schuler did the same thing, similar situation, right off the face-off, picked up the ball. Man chasing him, but the UNC defense refused to slide, and now WNL takes a 6-5 lead.
And you can hear the reaction of the crowd. WNL scores 2 quick goals, takes the lead again. Nice plays by Sansillo and Schuler right in succession. Schuler shot that ball just as he was falling. He fell into the crease, but the ball crossed the plane of the goal before it hit the crease. All right, face-off time again. And it's Tunney and Stenerson again, and Stenerson comes up with it this time. Stenerson, I mean. All right, Stenerson passes the ball off to number 19, Dave Wingate. And out front to number 21, Peter Vogel. Vogel takes a shot, and on the crease, save. It looked like a pass. Burnett took it right on top of Aiken, and Phil Aiken stopped the ball. Not this time, though. Mike Burnett fed the ball in perfectly to number 5, Mac Ford, who was standing there all by himself, and Phil Aiken really had no chance.
That was a nice look by Burnett as he was out on the far left-hand corner of the box, and he looked all the way across field to the backside to find Ford standing wide open. Okay, so that ties the score up again. 6-6, 12:21 left here in the third quarter. Generals are down at halftime, 5-4. All right, it's Tunney again, but this time he's against Griswold. No possession yet. They're fighting for the ball at the midfield. Tunney kicks it out. No, Schuler had a chance, loses his stick. Homer had a chance, and now it's picked up by number 35, Randy Cox. Cox gets it up the field to, that's Mac Ford again. He's the freshman. Ford passes it off to Johnny Basil, coming in the middle. Oh, nice pass into the crease. They tried to pass it back out, but man was not there to pick it up. All right, here comes Homeyer. He's got the ball.
Homar is working on Newton Kendrick. Goes behind the goal now, looking for someone to pass it to. Kendrick pushes him off. Homar throws the ball, passes it up there to Wingate, takes a shot, but it goes over the goal. But Burnett's back there, and UNC will keep the ball. In comes the defensive unit for the Generals. It's Steve Conboy, Tim Scher, and John Budarazzi come in. Out comes Sansillo, Schuler, and John Tunney. Burnett has the ball behind the goal, working on Dave Nichols. He makes his move to the goal. Oh, nice pass. Beat Nichols, his man had to slide, and right there was Dave Wingate for the one-on-one shot with Aiken, and Aiken had no chance.
What happened there? Burnett beat his man from behind from where he took the ball, and there had to be a slide which came from the crease, Mike Pressler, leaving their crease attackman wide open right in front of the goal. Burnett netted it up perfectly to Wingate, who sunk the shot.
All right, so UNC's back on top again. Both teams have scored 2 goals here in the second half. Scores now 7-6 with 11:40 left in the third quarter. Out at midfield, it'll be Griswold against Rich Schoenberg.
Kevin Griswold for Washington, number 30, Rich Schoenberg.
The whistle blows. They're fighting for the ball. The ball pops out. No one's got it yet. And now Carolina picks it up. Johnny Bowles has got it. He tosses it back to his defenseman, number 12, Jamie Allen. Allen has the ball. He looks up midfield. Oh, he throws it out of bounds. He was looking for...
That's just the break the Generals needed there. Now they'll have the ball. They might see that Armadillo offense again, Frank.
That's true. We might. I was surprised they didn't come right into it in the beginning of this half. But it shows that Coach Emmer has more than one trick up his sleeve. Schuler will get the ball over there on the far side of the field, about halfway between the restraining line and the midfield line. On him is Burnett. He throws it back to Aiken, who's all by himself. Burnett trots over to Aiken, into the middle to Newton Kendrick, who drops the ball, but he gets it back. The ball's loose again. Kendrick has it again, looking, and he throws back behind the goal to Aiken, who almost slips. Aiken back out to Kendrick on the left side behind the goal. Aiken's got it in the middle behind. Pressler's on his right, and looks like Burnett's splitting the 2 men, passes it off to Pressler. Pressler's breaking toward the midfield. He gets it to number 29, freshman Mark Knobloch, and he slows it down wisely as the UNC defense collapses. And Schuler has it outside the restraining line by himself in the left corner.
If they give the ball over to Sansilio right now, they'll probably go back into the Armadillo, try to get the ball out of bounds. That looks like what they're going to do. Okay. Sansilio will take a shot, and they'll try to get the ball behind the goal out of bounds.
Yeah, he does. He takes a shot over the goal, and Schuler's back there. Oh, they said it was a pass. The referee says it was a pass. The referee must have figured out that they're throwing the ball out of bounds on purpose. He says it's a pass.
Well, that's the referees are looking for it. They know WNL's just trying to shoot the ball out of bounds so they can get the ball possession behind, but if it's a shot, it's a shot, and it's all under the referee's judgment. But that was a hard liner right over the goal. I don't see how they could call it a pass.
All right, and now bringing the ball up for... Okay, ball's given to Sears out in front. That was Bill Ness tossing out to Sears. Tommy Sears walks it up. On the far side, he's got Jamie Allen in close. He still has Bill Ness is right there. Ball is given back to Ness. Ness makes his move to the left corner. He's picked up by Heimert and robs the guy. He throws it across the field right there. Looked like to Randy Cox. And on him is Tim Shore. That's right. Cox has got the ball. He passes it over, man open. Nice play from behind by Newton Kendrick. Knocks the ball out of the stick, but UNC picks it up again. That's number 26, Andy Smith gets the ball back for UNC. All right, Dave Wingate has the ball now, and he passes it back to Bill Ness, who comes across the midfield line. Ness has the ball. He's moving in. Tim Shore's in front of him. He's looking for a man to pass to. Passes it off to number 14, Ted Millspaw. He's got Conboy on him. Shot saved by Phil Aiken. Nice save. Pressler tosses it back into the crease to Aiken. Aiken tosses it out to Tim Shore. Tim Shore's looking up the field for someone to pass it to. He better hurry up. There's a man coming up behind him. And Tim Shore is hit hard right there, and UNC will get the ball.
That was a good hustle by Mike Burnett. He chased Tim Shore down. I don't think Tim knew he was coming. Caught him from behind. Gave him a good stick check. And
ball went out of bounds, and UNC will get it. It looks like number 21 down there. Peter Vogt will get the ball for UNC, and WNL's 21, Rob Stigaitis, is right there on him. Vogt tosses it back to Sears in the middle. He's standing there. Lee Heimer goes to pick him up. Passes the ball over to number 37, John House. House loses the ball, but number 30, Okay, here comes UNC. Number 8, Doug Hall has the ball. Look for someone to pass it to. Passes it behind to Mac Ford, who gives it off to number 19, Dave Wingate behind. There's a whistle. There's a whistle, and it's W&L's ball. Looks like warding off.
Yeah, that was the call. That was warding off. It's a fortunate break for W&L. I don't know if referee Sandell and trying to just make up for the errant call he made on the back line a few minutes ago.
All right, so Presser gets the ball. Mike Presser tosses it upfield into the middle to Schuler. Schuler draws a lot of attention there. About 4 people on him right now. But Mike Schuler gets it over the midfield line. Passes it off there to number 18, Stu Keeney. Stu Keeney gives it off to Sansilio by himself in the middle. And Stu Keeney's going to go one-on-one with number 21. Now he's bringing it out. He calls timeout. Generals have called a timeout.
All right, Frank, what you're going to see here is we have a timeout. W&L will get the ball back right where they call the timeout, which is on the left-hand corner of the offensive box. And W&L, I'm almost guarantee it will come out in that Armadillo shell, set up with it right away, right here in front of the Carolina bench, and we'll go from there. But I'm pretty sure they called that timeout so they can set this up when they come back out. It's a dead ball situation. They can set up that shell right away without any interference.
Right. There's W&L manager Tommy Shores out there on the field now with the small goalie stick. He hasn't given it to anyone yet.
He's been busy all day, hasn't he, running that stick back and forth.
He's got to stay alert. Goalie Phil Aiken's still in the game. He placed Ware Palmer in the middle of the second period and has played pretty well so far, or very well.
He really has. He's kept it up, too. Going into the third quarter, he's made 3 or 4 saves already.
All right, UNC breaks their huddle, getting ready for the Generals' attack, if you can call it that. And W&L still in the middle of the field, talking it over. Tommy Shore walks off the field with the goalie stick, so I don't know if he's going to give it to him or not. Doesn't look like it. It's like the Generals going to work at regular offense. And Jack Emmer taking an unusually long time for this timeout. Here come the Generals, though. They'll break the huddle in a second. Here they come.
I think the Generals have the Tar Heels down. I don't think the momentum's down. I think we've kind of caught them on an off day, and then this slow down offense is just added to the pressures, and I think it wouldn't be surprised if they do go at them coming to the fourth quarter a little more than maybe they had
no, it looks like they're going to form the shell after all without the goalie stick. The goalie stick is still on the sideline. I guess they don't want Phil Aiken out there without his stick, although he did make a save on him last time. You can't count on him making them all the time because that's almost impossible to do. All right.
Sure enough, they're going to go back into the Armadillo. Rob Stagaitis with the ball is going to jump right in the middle there, I believe.
No, I don't know who has the ball. The referee's moving the UNC defenders back to the 5-yard limit. And there it is, the Armadillo and UNC men just don't do anything. There's Gary Burns.
Somebody's in there with the ball, we know that.
I can't tell who it is. They don't have the big men out there. They just have the regular attack unit. I guess Coach Emmer doesn't want to risk what happened last time on that fast break. Number 13, Gary Burns, looking at the sidelines for instructions. And down there also is 35, Randy Cox. And the clock ticks down. 11 minutes, just about 8 minutes left in the third quarter. UNC up 7-6. They're talking to the referee. The referee trying to explain the situation to Randy Cox. Down there also is Gary Burns. Everyone else is sort of standing around goalie Tommy Sears. He really looks frustrated. He does not like this at all. All right, the UNC player, Randy Cox, is down on the ground again with the referee trying to get it in there. All right. Here come the cat calls from the crowd at the referee.
Could be that the W&L twist, if W&L wins this game, may be replaced with the W&L Armadillo, where 5 fellas join arms and lock someone inside and do a little jig. It looks like what's going on out there right now.
Alternative to gatoring. Randy Cox got his stick in there, and Jamie Allen's going to try it, and also number 21 is that's Peter Vocal trying to poke that ball out. I wouldn't want to be any of those W&L men right now. That must hurt. There's more activity now. The referee's right down there on top of everything, looking for the penalty.
Those men really are taking a beating. I'm surprised they don't throw a flag because they're poking in there, and they have to be poking someone right in the stomach or on the arms on the other side of the shell because they're poking right through. And I mean, you're only allowed so many hits, and you're supposed to be going for stick. These guys are just poking blindly into this mass of men.
Well, the referees are using their discretion. They must have figured out by now that they're not going to be able to call all the penalties like that. I mean, if they did, we'd be here all day. Where's the other goalie's standing over there by the pile, or the shell. Everyone else is just sort of standing around, or sitting around, whatever the case may be. Still a large crowd on hand. I didn't see many people leave at halftime.
The fans stands still look pretty full.
There's even a nice crowd on the opposite field over on the law school field behind the...
Here comes Halls. There goes the flag.
There goes the flag.
Halls has been an aggressive one of the whole crew. And
oh, so Sansero had the ball in there in the middle. And there'll be a penalty now. Now, I guess
it's going to be a minute penalty also, I think.
What it looks like.
Sadler, the referee, comes over to the scores table. Coach Emmer's there talking to him. We're going to see what's coming up. But W&L will be up a man with the ball. Chance to tie the score. They may very well, though, go right back into the Armadillo offense. I don't know. But they were hoping to attack UNC with maybe 2 men up, maybe get 2 penalties. But UNC seems to be a little smarter, a little wise to what's going on, and they've been fairly careful in drawing the penalties.
Looks like they're setting up the regular offense now. Stigaitis goes behind the goal. Right. John Daub's out there. Rob Carpenter, John Sansero, Mike Schuler looks like he'll get the ball. Heimert's on the crease. Yeah, that's right. They're gonna go for the regular offense.
We'll look for John Daub here because he had that last shot on the extra man situation pretty open, and he just hit a pipe. And in practice, he's been the man who's been getting that shot over on that right wing.
W&L works the ball around. Stigaitis has it behind. He passes out in front. Sansero, he cranks out. The ball goes over the goal. And it's going to be W&L's ball behind the goal, and I don't see him getting the shell ready. No, Stigaitis will take it. He's behind the goal. Clock starts again. 5:39 left in the third quarter. Stigaitis looks across. He hits Daub out to Carpenter, who cranks up but bounces it off someone's stick, and the ball is high, and it's going out of bounds, and it's going to be W&L's ball. 2 Carolina players dove onto the running track that surrounds Wilson Field, trying to get near the end line when the ball went out, but to no avail.
Carpenter was right where the ball went out. They were both at the sideline at the same time where the ball went out, but Carpenter was at the more exact position. That's why he'll maintain possession of the ball. 5:30 left here in the third quarter. Carpenter has that's Daub has the ball on the side. Tosses it back to the back, or gives it to Stigaitis. Stigaitis comes around looking for someone to pass off to. Out, low pass, but Schuler handles it. Passes it over to, there's Daub. Oh, ball goes up. Nice working it around the horn there. That was a nice movement on W&L. They swung the ball all the way around to Daub on that far right-hand wing. But the shot went high. Here comes, everyone's ganging up in the back corner again. Looks like the shell. Back to the shell. I think the penalty ran out, Frank, or it only has a few seconds to it. So they're going to go into the shell and hopefully draw another penalty and attack it from there.
All right, the big men haven't come back like they were in the first half. It's just the offensive unit working it now. They're in the shell. The clock starts. 5:14 left in the third quarter. And the UNC men start to gather around their course again, talking to the referees. There's number 23, Bill Ness, searching around looking for a hole in the wall.
I'd really be looking for W&L to break on out of this shell sometime. It seems like they have plenty of opportunities with UNC's defense and leaning down. 2 of them talking to the ref on the behind the goal. The goalie Sears out of the goal. W&L, if they could put up their heads, they put their heads together and down to protect that man in the middle. But if they look up, they could see where the opening might be and let that man bolt out of there with the ball and go to the goal.
All right, now just a couple of defenders left on the crease for UNC. Tommy Sears is back near the pack now, the UNC goalie. With him is Gary Burns and Ness and Andy Smith. And the referees, of course, Sears going to get the penalty. He just gave someone a jab in the back with the butt of his stick.
That's playing right into W&L's hands. You really got to credit Coach Emmer for this offense because it's worked well. Now W&L is going to have another man advantage, another chance to tie the score without letting UNC run up and down the field.
Sears is arguing with the referees now. Looks like Sears had words with someone in the shell.
W&L is just going to stay in this shell, and conceivably they could stay in all the way to the end of the quarter, the last 4 minutes of the quarter, and come out the fourth quarter with possession of the ball. I think that's probably what they'll do. They won't even break out of the shell, Frank, the rest of this quarter. I may be wrong. UNC's retreating back to the goal now, and they're just gonna let the huddle stand back in that far left-hand corner.
All right, I noticed the referee shooed some of the W&L fans away from the end line. That's not helping the situation much. 3:30 left in the third quarter. There's a penalty flag down on the field. It'll probably be on Sears, I guess. That's the only penalty I saw. Maybe unsportsmanlike, a minute, maybe 2.
When we practiced this week, it was kind of funny because John Dowd was rather claustrophobic, and he didn't know if he'd be able to stand in the huddle for the whole quarter or maybe even more. So he's in there now. He seems to be all right, but I can see where it might get tight and a little stinky, a little hot.
A little stinky. All right, they're still just huddled down there. The UNC players are about 10, 15 yards away by the crease.
Looks like 2 football teams at a huddle in between plays are just opposite sides and huddling up. And neither team seems ready to do too much right now.
Okay, we're under 3 minutes now left, about 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in this third quarter.
Frank, you got to go back and think about UNC basketball here, the fact that we're playing UNC, and think about all their success with the 4 corners and all the credit, all the blame they get and criticism, but this is kind of their own medicine, using their own medicine against them, as Sears has more words with the official. I'd love to see him get another penalty, but UNC's kind of playing with their own medicine here. I mean,
that's right.
The program reached a lot of success with the stall and control offense and taking other teams out of the momentum, and that's exactly what WNL's done here today. And
Willie Scroggs should go talk to his colleague in coaching, Dean Smith, about this. The UNC fans, the ones that are here, and they did bring a fair number of fans, are starting to chant boring. And UNC is making no effort now. WNL's been in this for 4 minutes, well, 3 minutes. There's a minute 45 left in the third quarter, and WNL is still standing there.
Frank, you know what's going to happen? It could happen, as there's only a minute 30 left in the game, in the third quarter, is that WNL may come back out in the fourth quarter with the flag. I don't know if the flag's on the ground. I don't know if the penalty will automatically be called at the end of the quarter, or else it remains in effect, and the flag remains on the ground into the fourth quarter until the ball is loose, till it's a loose ball. So WNL will have possession of the ball starting the fourth quarter now with this penalty. It could be that they could go the whole fourth quarter with the flag on the ground, a penalty, and have possession of the ball as soon as they break out and with the man up. They may very well wait and hold. Phil Aiken's fraternity brothers giving him a big cheer right down in front of us. He recognized it and greeted him. I'm sure he's pretty happy down there right now.
Oh, I know he's happy to be in there today.
Not too much action coming his way, and when it has come his way, he's definitely been up to it.
All right, 35 seconds left here in the third quarter. WNL has been in this Armadillo for about 4.5 minutes now. The fans down there are back right on the end line.
UNC defensemen are throwing pebbles and stones from the crease at the Armadillo shell in kind of disgust. I think they're really had a lesson.
Uh-oh, here they come. They're breaking out of it. Here comes, and who's got the ball? Sansu's got the ball. All right, Schuler's got the ball on the side. He's moving toward the goal. Shot, no, it was off. And Lee Heimert's racing to it. It looks like Heimert's there closest, and he is. Lee Heimert is down near the ball. 1 second left, and WNL will maintain possession of the ball.
They're really lucky, Frank, because there is 1 second left. If there was no time left and the ball was on the ground, it would have been a face-off. But they can hold that ball now.
All right, and they'll give the ball. No, Heimert gives it to Schuler.
They'll give it to Schuler. They'll let him run this 1 second out, and they'll start the fourth quarter.
And you hear the boring chant now. I don't know. Where's Tommy Sears? Oh, Tommy Sears is being taken out of the game, I guess, because the penalty.
The penalty's on Tommy, yeah.
Gary Waters, Jr. from Hagerstown, Maryland, comes into the game for the first time today.